G'day and welcome aboard. Today I'm going crabbing. I've got a crab pot set up this little mangrove creek, and I've got another creek just further up. I'm going to set some pots in there. I don't mind a feed of mud crab, so wish me luck and I hope I get a feed. See yous up there. I'm just baiting up my next pot. Put some mullet in this one. I usually use fish frames, sometimes, or chicken. Mud crabs don't mind a feed of chook. Pike fillet and a mullet frame. That should do it. No, it won't. There's a big hole in the bait bag. Mud crabs are pretty savage. Well, not savage, they've pretty good set of claws on them. So even though this is heavy duty mesh, you can see by this bait bag, they'll chew into anything. Make these with cable ties. On a couple of sides, it's just gutter mesh, and I sew the open side up with tie wire, holds it all together while it's in the pot. Cheap to make, work well. Now, wow, that's got a big hole in it. Cable tie. Stick that in there. Suppose you can't see that. There it goes. In there. Oh, that's not going anywhere. Drop him over like that. What rope am I going to use? I'll use this one. Name tag. I'm tying my crab pots up in trees lately, just so nobody can find them. Unfortunately, there are people who like to find other people's crab pots. Righto, let's go and find my tree. Someone's fishing up there. Well, that's that pot in. Let's go and find another spot. spots. Geez, I've got to do some bag repairs. Get that mullet frame in here. A bit of pike. I filleted those pike up for bottom baits for out front, but I never got there, so now the crab pot bait. This one's weighted rope. It's got some lead inside so it sinks in the water and people don't see it so easily. Right, now where am I going to tie this up? That's a fair bit of bait, but I'm not picking these pots up until tomorrow, so see how it goes. The trick to setting your crab pots like this is remembering the branch you tied it to, the tree you tied it to, because without the right branch and the right tree, it's not easy to find them. Well, that's the last pot set. Let's go and have a flick and see if I can't catch a flathead on the flats. Well, I'll throw a few lures along this drop off here from the sandbar, and I'll see if I can't find a flathead. Well, no luck on the fishing. I think I'll get out of this creek before the water gets too shallow. The tide's running out. I'll have a little troll in the river, see if there's a tailor hanging around. Bit windy. I'll have a troll. Caught tailor in this part of the river before, so we'll give it a shot. This time of year, there's always a chance. The winds come up, choppy in the river. some bait around, birds like it. Sneak in here and grab this rope. Hang on, where's my hook? Got a little hook. That's a bit dodgy. Got 4 crabs in the pot. None of them look particularly exciting. But I'm a bit out of practice, so I might measure that one guy. A few females. One nice rusty looking buck. Sort these 2 out. That's the screen. That's female. She can go back in the water. This one clearly decided she wants to go. That's a male actually. Right, that's got rid of the undersized male and the females. We'll have a look at this guy. He looks like he might be a bit alright. So I'll build these little partitions in my tinny so I can just drop the crabs in the bottom and they don't go scurrying everywhere, although that one tried to climb out anyway. Set you guys back here. Be able to see my little method. If I can get out of this tree. Geez, I'm struggling a bit today, aren't I? Way out of practice. Set that aside for now. I got a plunger. Stick him with the plunger. He's not going to bite me anyway. He's been in the wars, this guy. He's got half that claw missing, half the point missing off there. He's got nothing there. There's my measure. He's legal. Look at the colour. It's got a little cross, little markings on here. Just push your finger in there. He's as solid as. So you can see he's had a rough life, this fella. These guys fight a lot, an awful lot. Yeah, I've had them in the pots just chewing into each other. Shell feels hard there. If you turn him over, push in here, that's as solid as a rock, so he's a full crab. Stay there for a sec, mate. Put him in the bucket. Fits in a bucket like that. If I get another crab, I'll set that just on top. I'm pulling the pots out today because I haven't got a lot of spare time. I've had a day, I got one crab, grandkids are going to love it. It's got the bait bag empty. Let's drop this pot down. Downside of having this way of putting your pots in, of course, is that other people don't see your pots and they put theirs just about right on top of yours. bugger. Well, that's not good. Well, my metal clip's rusted off. I just lost a crab into the foot. I don't know what it was. I just saw a crab fall out, so I'm pretending it was a big female. What have we got in here? Well, we'll put them in the boat and sort them. I think they're all way undersized. Tiny crab. Little baby. This one's lost a claw at some stage. And it's only a little crab too. I think this bait bag must be due for retirement. All in all, it's not a bad day. At least the sun's shining. Righto, next pot. This won't be a challenge. I know this tree well. I use it a fair bit when I do go crabbing. So I know where this rope's going to be. Third pot, last pot in this creek, and we'll head back out and get the other one. I suppose that's what happens when you're quiet in the mangroves. Not sure what sort of egret that is. I'm going to say intermediate. I don't know, I've lost track with the modern names. Names change. See if he stays around. You can't have my bait's feral, mate. You don't want this. Looks like he does want it. Spin the boat around. Well, that guy's used to boats and used to people. He wouldn't have sat there for that if he wasn't. Aren't you, mate? We'll leave you alone. There you go. Nice and neat, nice and compact. Chuck it in the back of the boat. We'll just drift into this tree where my pot's tied up. Might need the hook. Just a little hook I use to grab the rope sometimes. Just makes life a bit easier. Normally I don't do this from the seat, but you guys don't want to see my backside, so one only crab. Oh well. This is a popular creek. And it's a very full looking male. Probably undersized. Well, we'll give him a measure. If I can get him out of here without getting bitten. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do something like that. And he's getting a bit fired up. What are you cranky about? Trying to drag you out of the water. Tuck that bit of bait away. The old sink plunger. I'll move you guys up there so you can see what's going on. These guys can get stroppy. Don't blame them. Grab them like that. Not quite like that. They just don't like playing the game. Get me measure up. Get me measure up. He's way undersized. Wow, a few mil undersized. So we'll let him go. You can see he's a male. But he's undersized. When they grab onto something like this, you just put them back in the water and they'll let it go. There he goes. Well, we only got one crab today. That's okay, the granddaughters will be around after school and they love mud crabs, so we'll have a little feed with them. And I'll fold this last crab pot up and then we might head down the mouth of the river for a fish. Have a few flicks here, a few casts with the lure, see if I can find a flathead in the sandbar before I head down to the mouth. You never know if you never have a go. Do another pass past the mouth of this creek because it does produce a few flathead. So we've got to have a shot, haven't I? Got to have a go. It's a bit ordinary out here today, so I don't think I'm going to go any further. We got no need to be jumping around in that. Time to wind in the lure, I think. I'm going to drop a lure down here. I'll drop this little metal, see if there's any pike here. There's something on the sounder, hopefully it's not sticks. Doesn't look like sticks. Looks like a school of fish. Let's have another drift. I don't know if you can see on the sounder, but there's something down there. Might just be weed. Well, it's not sticks. Otherwise I'd have got a snag. So I'm going to go, I might throw the net over it, since I know it isn't sticks. What's in it? Whoa! Mullet! More crab pot bait. Actually, they're good eating too. A lot of people don't like them if they're not sea mullet. Oh, they are sea mullet, so they'll be undersized. Sorry, mate. Disturbed your day. Yeah, they look like sea mullet to me. Got to be 30 centimetres. Wonder if there's any bigger ones in there. This will be our last throw for the day. Righto, time to head home, cook that crab up for the granddaughters and get on with some jobs around the house. See you next time.